Hey guys, we got another video with holographic happenings here. I'm gonna do it a little different than I normally do. Today, I'm just gonna go over my night deck. It's standard. I just wanna show you what I've built. Maybe you could tell me what would be better. I'm also working with limited resources here. I didn't go out and get every single card I needed, but I did get a couple cards for this deck to make it as good as I possibly could. So just check it out. So we're gonna start with our 4 1-mana cost creatures. I was gonna run 4 knights. This is a great card. So I'm running 3 of them, with the exception of this human knight, because yeah, his equip abilities, you activate the target. This card costs 3 less to activate, so my equips get put on very easily. Also, I'm running 2 Order of Midnights, because I can return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or I can just have a 2/2 flyer. So I only have 2, basically just to grab a good creature out of the graveyard if need be. And this is what I think is really huge. I'm running 4 Midnight Reapers, and the only reason being is because if you're getting my creatures killed, or you're just taking a bunch of damage, your knights are getting destroyed, you are drawing cards, you're keeping a fresh hand. It's I think that it's important that every night deck run 4 of these, and that's just my opinion. I've been seeing what people have been doing online. I've been playing in real life, arena, etc. It's really fun to see what everyone else is doing. I'm running 4 copies of Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. So as you are getting a bunch of creatures on the field, you're also putting out tokens. So that's always really good. And I'm running 3 copies of Acclaimed Contender, because whenever it enters the battlefield, if you control another knight, which you always do, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a knight, aura, equipment, or legendary artifact card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in any random order. So that's pretty good. One of the main things that I'm looking for in the deck is to get like the Circle of Loyalty or Embercleave, stuff like that. What we got here next is I have 3 copies of Murderous Rider. For 3 mana, he has an instant. You can destroy target creature or planeswalker. You lose 2 life. But once you finally play him, he has lifelink, so you can get that. You can get what was spent back. I mean, it's a great card. Was gonna run 4 of them, and I just didn't. I think I should. I probably should, but it didn't happen. I only have 1 copy of Cavalier Knight because it's 3 black. That's kind of hard to pull off when you're running 3 colors, but whenever you can pull this off in game, it is awesome. Great card. It's a 4/5 lifelink. Whenever he enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature, which if everything's going the way it should, you can sacrifice tokens. Whenever you do, destroy target creature and opponent controls. And the best part about it is it says you may sacrifice. You don't have to. So if you don't have a creature to sacrifice, or you don't have a creature you want to sacrifice, it's awesome. Whenever it dies, return target creature card with converted mana through cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now that is awesome. It has effect when it enters, and it has effect when it leaves. It's also lifelink, so having one of those is pretty good. I didn't want to do any more than one. And then I have a couple singles that I'm running. I got this one right here. Inspiring Veteran, other knights you control get +1/+1. That's always good. 2 mana. We have this Witchermoor Commander. He's got Death Touch and makes one of your knights gain indestructible. We got a Black Lance Paragon. So he's a 3/1 flash, and it's great to play when you're getting attacked because whenever he enters, you can give target creature Death Touch or Lifelink if you want to throw him in real quick for a quick 3 life gain if you've been getting smacked around the whole game. And this right here is really nice. I like his effect. Whenever another creature dies or creature cards put in the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, which happens with his effect. Or a creature card leaves your graveyard, this deals 1 damage to each opponent. And for 2 mana, each player puts the top card library into the graveyard. So, I mean, it's just a pretty cool one to run. I'm also running 4 copies of Witch's Vengeance, which is great against tribal decks. Creatures of the creature type, creatures of the creature type of your choice get -3/-3 until end turn. So that'll kill most creatures. And a lot of decks, everyone's running tribal decks nowadays, so I figured why not run 4 of them, sorry. It's a great card. So this card is actually way better than I thought it was at first. Doom Foretold. So once you play this card, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card. They lose 2 life. You draw a card. You gain 2 life. You create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and you sacrifice Doom Foretold. So you always want to use this card when you have more creatures or more enchantments, more things out on the field, so you can make your opponent keep sacrificing. And if you get this off on turn 4, it really works well. It works excellent, actually. Then I have my legendary artifacts. I have 2 of this Circle of Loyalty. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each knight you control, which is always usually 3 or 4. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and you can start creating 2/2 white knights if you have nothing else going on. So it's always a good backup card. Then I run the Cauldron of Eternity because usually if things are going wrong, you have a bunch of creature cards in your graveyard. It usually only costs 2 mana, maybe 4 if you're unlucky, but whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of someone's library. So what's really good here is the spell costs 2 mana less for each creature card in your graveyard, which is awesome. So for 3 and tapping it, pay 2 life, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only time you could activate a sorcery. That is really good late game. I mean, it's a really awesome card. I mean, it is not the best, but it is one of my favorites. So we have also Embercleave, legendary artifact. This is really one of the reasons that I run red. Flash, this spell costs 1 less for each attacking creature you control, so you do it, flash it in while you're battling. It gives, whenever it enters the battlefield attached to target creature you control, it gets +1/+1, has double strike and trample, so that's a good way to end the game. I also have Knight's Charge. When a knight you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Great for mana. Great for in-game purpose to gain life. Got another equipment. whenever you equip it to a knight instead of regular equip, it's only 1. So for 3 mana, you can get it equipped with 2/2. Also have Mace of the Valiant. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Mace of Valiant and has Vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a charge counter on Mace of the Valiant. Equip 3. I have Brought Back. Great for whenever you want to bring your creatures back if they died that turn, or you want to like knock out some of the opponent's creatures. Planeswalker here, the only one in the set. Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. He gives your creatures lifelink as long as your turn, and he can deal 1 damage to target player or Planeswalker. But his X is really good turn. Target creature card with converted mana cost action from your graveyard. That creature is a vampire and additional to its other type. So that's just really good for the end game. And this is the last creature I have in the deck. The Hero of Asheville. Basically, if you get to play this card, the game should be over about that turn because of his effect. But if not, it'll happen the next turn. It's a good game finisher. So also with that, I have 2 Fabled Passages. I have 2 Tournament Grounds. I'm running 6 Swamps. I'm running 4 Plains. I'm running 2 Castles of Arvindale, which you can create 1/1 white human creature tokens with it, which is always good if you have nothing else going on. I have 2 mountains, a split land, and 2 more split lands, and the castle that I can give all my creatures +1 and 0 until the end of turn. So that's my deck build for the Knights. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's also standard. Every card in that was standard. You could take that to a tournament and play with it. So I don't know if I would, but I really like this deck and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So you guys just let me know what you think in the comments, alright? Have a good day.